See, that's that young lady that how you doing? Commented on her dog. There was no or nothing in common. Now, if you would see on the recording, she had a huge smile on her face. Because once she saw me, she instantly thought back to what we had in common. And I say this because the thought of the day is think on these things. And those things is what we have in common. Not them things we don't. Because as an old saying goes, when you're married, you don't go looking for mess because you're gonna find it. And a lot of times that mess you find is by your own creation. And see, that's what I'm thinking about today. We're to think on these things that we have in common with our brothers and sisters. And push all the rest of the mess out of our minds as irrelevant. And I wouldn't say irrelevant, totally irrelevant. Because you don't want to go to questioning your beliefs or the way that the Most High has taught you because of how he's led someone else down a different path. Which has in turn caused them to believe the way they do. But that reminds me of the script that talks about if you're eating meat or you're eating something that is causing contention between you and your brother, then just don't do it in front of him. Because what I've learned is that the Most High will test you concerning what he's taught you and concerning what you would try to adapt when you get around other people. That he's telling you, no, I ain't teach you that. Just doing just say what I say and do. And then when you're in their presence, you keep everything on the table neutral. Why you believe like you do, the text says always have an answer concerning your faith. You see, a lot of times that answer is just the one the Most High gave you, and maybe it's just for a season, and maybe not. But I think it's important to think on those positive things and those things we have in common. Especially in this Hebraic faith, or not Hebraic walk. Because for some of us, the only thing we have in common is that we are the people of the book. Yeah, I think the Most High knew we would have these issues. So he, through Paul, gave us an outline on how we should relate to one another. How you doing? All right. Let's see. In my own personal opinion, which I know most of the time is the hill of beans to the next man. But I think the more we start trying to line up with the book and what it says is important, then we would get along better with our brothers and sisters. And as I said, those little isms and schisms will start becoming irrelevant. Because one, we have so much love for each other, as the text says, that's how the world would identify us as being children of the Most High. Next, we will prefer each other, as the text says we will. Preferring one another. self-righteousness or being right. Because how many of us know that we can be wrong being right? And see, I don't want to find myself in that place. That even though I'm right, I'm wrong. How y'all doing? And that's mostly because of our attitude. Because as I was raised, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And even it's not what you do, it's how it's done. And I find myself more lately than ever in my life want to be at peace with everybody I come in contact with. I'm not saying that's always going to be possible. But I don't think that was a suggestion. Because if I'm not mistaken, the text says as much as possible, in my own words. And sometimes it's just not possible. And once we learn the difference and walk in it, as far as how we treat each other, because the whole point is, everybody that say they Israel ain't Israel. How you doing? Good. And everybody that say they on your side ain't on your side. And I think it was the Mashiach who said, you're not for me, you're against me. Think on these things. Think on what, Robert? The pure, the honorable, that of a good report. Those things that's going to bring people together, not separate.
Peace.